100,000 elite cavalry, iron armor from head to hoof. When they charged, it was like a wall of steel crashing down. No army had ever stopped them. Then one man did, with a force half their size, with nothing but courage, and the ancient wisdom of the art of war. How do you stop a moving fortress? This is how.
In the summer of 1140, the Jin Empire launched a massive invasion. General Wanyan Zongbi, known to the Song people as Wuzhu, led 100,000 troops southward. His goal: conquer the southern Song and unify China under Jin rule. Their advance brought them to a crucial city, Yancheng. It sat at a crossroads in central China, a place Sun Tzu would call intersecting ground, open, connected, and dangerous. As the art of war says,
on intersecting ground, cut off all paths.
On Yancheng's wall stood Yue Fei, the most revered general of the Song. He stared out at the sea of enemy banners stretching for miles. Beside him, his deputy Wang Gui spoke in a worried tone.
General, the Jin have brought the deadliest weapons, iron pagoda cavalry and hook lancers. The iron pagodas are heavy cavalry, man and horse both armored in steel, when they charge in formation. It's like a moving fortress that the hook lancers are light fast. And deadly they flank from both sides like curved blades. How do we stop them?
Yue Fei's eyes narrowed.
They've come far from home. Their supply lines are their lifeline. The art of war says, on intersecting ground, sever the path. Send our best, cut their grain routes. Even an iron army collapses without food.
Inside the Jin command tent, Wuzhu tore meat from a roasted lamb with his saber. Grease sizzled in the fire pit. His strategist offered counsel.
Commander, Yue Fei is entrenched. Should we strike his supplies before we fight?
Wuzhu laughed, tossing aside the bone.
Yue Fei, he's just a brute. I don't need tricks. My iron cavalry will crush him head-on. Tomorrow we flatten his army.
The tent roared with laughter. No one noticed a shadow slipping past outside, a song scout memorizing every word. At dawn, horns shook the fields. 5,000 iron pagoda cavalry stood in perfect formation, horses covered in layered mail, riders wielding spiked maces. They looked less like soldiers and more like siege towers on hooves. On either wing, 10,000 hooked lancers spread in a deadly arc. Their curved sabers gleamed under the rising sun. The Jin army numbered over 100,000. Yue Fei had only a fraction of that, barely 30,000 at most. And yet he stood his ground. He turned to his officers.
Sun Tzu says, on ground in distress, move swiftly. They are strong but slow. We are few but fast. Find their weakness and strike.
With a sharp signal, 800 elite cavalry burst from the gates. These were the Beiwei cavalry, Yue Fei's personal guard, hardened veterans, the tip of the spear of the Song army. They didn't charge the iron pagodas. They aimed for the flanks. Leading the charge was Yue Yun, Yue Fei's son. He wielded twin warhammers, each weighing 80 pounds.
Brothers!
He roared.
The hooked lancers rely on speed. Break their horses, they're done. Charge!
The Beiwei cavalry smashed into the flanks. Steel cracked. Men screamed. Horses collapsed. The formation of hooked lancers shattered like glass. Wuzhu's eyes widened. Rage boiling over, he roared.
Turn the iron pagodas! Crush them!
But the heavy cavalry turned like iron ships, slow and unwieldy. Before they could reposition, Yue Fei's infantry arrived. The foot soldiers carried axes and majadao, special hook blades designed to bring down war horses. These curved weapons slashed legs and bellies, toppling horse and rider alike. One swing, one fall, one scream. Armored riders fell, crushed by their own steeds. The battlefield became a chaos of crashing iron and desperate cries. "Retreat! Retreat!" Wuzhu screamed, but it was already too late. A scout galloped in, face pale.
Commander! Disaster! Our grain routes have been cut!
Wuzhu froze. He had walked into a trap, just as Yue Fei had planned.
Yue Fei,
He hissed.
this shame I'll repay with blood.
Dusk fell. The battlefield lay broken. The Yue banner snapped in the wind above Yancheng's walls. Yue Fei surveyed the carnage.
War
He said to his men,
is the art of deception. We didn't win by numbers. We won by knowing the ground, by striking first, by striking smart.
He looked at the horizon.
The art of war is not just a book. It is the sword that cuts before the blade is drawn.
The Battle of Yancheng became a legend. Yue Fei, with a smaller army, outmaneuvered a force 3 times his size. His tactics were pure Sun Tzu: strike fast, cut supply lines, break formation, attack weakness. He didn't just save a city, he saved a dynasty, and he proved that on the battlefield. Wisdom can break even walls of steel.
You're watching stories of strategy, learning Sun Tzu through legends. This is China Tales. Subscribe for more stories of ancient wisdom and strategy.